What up, Kev? What's going on, man?
Chilling.
Hey, man, I'm gonna start this off the right way. I don't like to tell jokes about you being older than me and you getting old, but I do know that the day after this recording drops, young Sakoda has birthday, correct?
That's right. Yeah,
man. So you are getting old, and I just wanted to remind you of such.
Well, she's getting old.
Preemptively saying,
I've been old
because the older she gets. Okay, you're already just accepting that. Okay, cool. Good, man. Good. Because, that was an important thing for me to start the show off, reminding you that with every year, you get older and she really doesn't actually.
Well, that's mighty big of you.
So happy preemptive happy birthday
to
young Sakoda.
Yeah.
What's good, man? So, that's not necessarily the opening question, but big plans for the little one? Or what we doing?
Not really. She wants a scavenger hunt. I did a makeshift one last year because that's when we were really at home. Right. So I hid her gifts around the house and stuff, and she had to just run around and find them. But now she wants riddles, and she wants some Indiana Jones Temple of the Lost Ark kind of.
She wants a legitimate scavenger hunt.
Yeah, I'm like,
wow.
I'm gonna have to sharpen my pencil. Get to thinking.
Wow. Okay, that is much more creative.
What's black and white and red all over? It's in the kitchen. I don't know.
Just arrows.
Yeah.
That's dope. That is dope. So for the pandemic, you did a scavenger hunt for her birthday initially, and then and this is turning into tradition. So when she's in her 20s and requests a scavenger hunt, we just what do we do at that point? Just no.
If she's still talking to me when she's in her 20s, I'll just whatever. I'll go all out.
That is so scary. God, that is so scary. That is so scary, man. Oh, man. Perish the thought. All right. So, on a rap-related note.
Yeah.
What's the last record you listened back to? I'm talking also, obviously, it's got to be an old school record or older record that you listened back to and you were like, you know what? This is as dope now as it was when I initially listened to it. Most times it kind of loses its flavor, right? So,
there are records that I go back to every now and then. I probably the last one, the reason I remembered is because I want to shout out this guy by the name of Scott Koenig, who was I met him. He was a manager for Rush Management for Russell's company.
Oh, word.
But he was managing the band Biohazard.
Oh,
so they were on Warner. But they all worked out of the same office as Def Jam, I think, at the time. And he just passed away. So it was very sad to hear that news. The crazy thing about it is that I haven't kept in touch with him. But literally a few days before I heard that news, or someone told me about that happening, I was listening to Meth's first solo album, which has held up for me, I think.
Method Man solo record?
To Cal. Yep.
Wow.
Just
I am under.
Oh, you know why? It's because I've been watching I don't know if you watched the Wu-Tang American Saga. Yeah. So I popped that on. I'm
seeing mixed reviews on it, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, I popped that. Oh, yeah. Isn't Davey D saying it's better than The Wire? Was that him?
Is it?
I don't know about that. But I thought it was, there are things I like about it. But the crazy thing about it, and the reason why it all fits together, is that he knew I was a big hip-hop fan, even though we were working together on this metal project. And he gave me that album on cassette like a couple months before
the Cal record
it came out. Yeah. So I wore that tape out before the album even hit the streets. Like,
wow.
So yeah, it was crazy.
Wow. I think Bring the Pain is the only song I liked from that record. If I can remember correctly. Yeah.
That would make you wrong.
I mean, I'm fine with that. As far as records go, I'm generally wrong. Outside of, okay, so here's my thing. The only record that is untouchable to me. So this doesn't count in the conversation. This is just untouchable regardless. It's top shelf record. For me is
Black Korea.
Oh man, I've had more than a few conversations about that record and the impact of it during the time. No, it's Bizarre Ride to the Far Side. That record never gets old to me.
Wow.
I can't. I've never in any era of any stage of my life, any year, I can listen to that record and it's like it feels like the first time I listened to it or close.
The thing that's a mistake for me on that was during the go to the club, play stuff loud in your car time in my life. I don't even know where I was at in terms of like, being sort of in the lab or whatever on a constant basis, because it took a good year and a half before I ever sat down, put some good headphones on and listened to that joint. Like,
right.
That record is bananas.
It's crazy. Yes.
If you actually listen to it and
yes. It's a crazy record. It's to me, that's the last. We've probably discussed this on the show before. Of course, The Roots did one, but the Far Side did like a jam session record, right? And we don't get a lot of jam session records anymore. But either way, that's untouchable. The record I wanted to bring up that I recently listened to, though, was Aquemini. I re-listened to Aquemini the past couple days, and I'm like, yo, this record really held up. Like, it's, for me, I just couldn't. Every track they played, because I hadn't listened to it in so long that I'd forgotten some songs, right? So every track that it played, I was like, damn, yo, that joint was banging. Like, they did that. I think there's only one in particular I didn't like, but yeah, man, that's an excellent record.
I can't name the songs that were on that record, though. Like, I can't pinpoint them to that album.
The artist storytelling is on that record.
Okay.
Right.
That's a great
Skew It
record.
on a Barbie with Raekwon.
Right. So that was after. Was that right after AT Aliens?
That was a record after AT Aliens. Yeah. Which was,
they were going through this weird thing for me at that point where there's some artists that if I'm not really connected to in some kind of, almost like even a personal way, like they just get so popular with people whose opinion I don't like, even though they are totally right. They happen to be right about that one opinion. That I'm like, I don't even care anymore. Like,
no, people can completely turn you off to a record, like straight up. The audience, the fan base of a record can completely turn you off to it, and I don't think people really get that. And if you've ever met anybody from OK Player, then you know that it's absolutely true. So,
I need to go back and listen to all those. I mean, I would get, but if I started from start to finish, or from what was it, Southern Playlistic? Was it titled? If I start there, I'm not going to get past that record, though. That's the problem, because I love that
record.
And
right?
then I will, and then instead of going on to AT Aliens, I will go over to the Goody Mob's first album.
Sure, and that would be the right thing to do. AT Aliens doesn't stand the test of time for me.
Oh, really? Because I like that record too.
You want to talk about a record that I just refused to stop listening to when it was out. Was AT Aliens. Like that, I had the 6 CD changer at the time, and that joint, I take every other CD out except for the AT Aliens record. But then I start to listen to it again, and maybe that's the thing. Like, I've listened to it so much that I'm like ready for the changes and ready for the songs and ready for the, like, I just consumed it too much. But Aquemini, man, like that joint banged. And of course, this isn't shocking, banged before, but as far as records standing up to the test of time, that 36 Chambers, of course, Sex and Violence by KRS-One, Death Certificate, like these records just never really get old. But I was actually kind of surprised because I was expecting to skip a lot of Aquemini, and I didn't.
I need to go back and I listened to because I was watching that show. I listened to Enter the 36 Chambers again. They did the one good episode is not the one good episode. The one episode that I really thought was interesting was they showed sort of reenacted how they came up with Protect Your Neck and the story around that. But it's like it's real. It's trippy because it's real. Like it's not straight ahead, just like a story being told. It's sort of like some special effects and stuff, and pretty tight. I mean, Riz is definitely doing himself a lot of favors telling his own story. Like Riz is controlling the narrative with the heavy hand and the heavy sword.
History is told by the victors, as they say. I can't imagine what a Black Eyed Peas biography would be like. It would be like, all right, the rest of us didn't exist. There were no other rappers in Los Angeles except for them. So, all right, y'all. Well, Kev, let's get to the other side, man. We got a lot to talk about, including a couple of Sakoda ones that I'm particularly proud of as we get towards the end of the show. So, all right, yo, Kev, you ready, man?
Yeah.
All right, y'all, let's go.
Rap Sucks Radio. Blah, 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 blah.
What up, y'all? You alive on Rap Sucks Radio with your homeboy Track Life and your fam, Kev Sakoda.
Sakoda, one.
Hoo-ha. That's the scratch, right? All right. Yo, thank y'all for tuning in, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. If you'd like to catch past episodes of Rap Sucks Radio, you can go to rapsucksradio.com or any of your favorite podcasting platforms. If you'd like to catch us on your TV, you go to BTSN, right? Behind the Scenes Network. What you do is you download the app or channel on your any of your Roku or Amazon Fire devices. Click on the app or channel. We are right there live on your television. BTSN, Behind the Scenes Network. We want in. And let's jump right into this, Kev. Let's jump right into this. All right. Kev, who got a chill this week?
Airline Passengers across the board.
In general.
A lot of generic general gotta chills lately, which I think is not the best marketing strategy, to be honest.
Not necessarily, but it's but we're not here, for anything but the truth, really, at the end of the day, right? That's hard hitting news.
That sounds great. I'm here for the numbers. Let's keep it real.
The marketing guy, man. Always the marketing guy. So listen, I would say that Airline Passengers have had to chill since forever, but really since COVID popped off, it's been like, we're flying wild these days. Topic title for this, Kev stated factually that humans are fragile, which in actuality is very true. The reason for this is airline passengers everywhere are losing their damn minds. Also a factual direct statement. What do I draw from this, Kev? Sources for this are abc7.com, ktla.com, air travelers, flight attendants, and duct tape are the players involved in this. All right, let's go. A Delta Airlines passenger was arrested Friday morning at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport after he fought another passenger on a plane headed to Los Angeles, according to local police. Curtis Maurice Clayton, 30 years old, was arrested on charges of battery and interference with government property. The ATL Police Department said in a news release. Police said the fight began when Clayton started to argue with German Montez. He's not a German name, Montez. I believe that's his first and last name, German Montez. The man sitting behind him on the plane. Clayton allegedly became upset over Montez placing something in the pocket of his seat back, and the dispute escalated into a fight. I'm starting to side with Clayton here. Video of the flight, which is now the subject of an investigation, showed two men scuffling in the aisle as few people tried to stop the brawl. One of the men appeared to have blood on his face. The incident is the latest in an alarming spike in disorderly behaviors amongst passengers on flights since the start of the pandemic. All right, another one, Kevin.
Another one.
Oh, man. Another one, right? Earlier this week, a flight from New York to Orange County, all of these things headed straight to Los Angeles or good grief, Southern Cali. What are we doing? New York to Orange County was diverted to Denver after a man allegedly assaulted an American Airlines flight attendant. An Irvine man, makes sense, there's nothing in Irvine, has been charged with assault after allegedly attacking a flight attendant mid-air last week, causing the plane to be diverted to Denver, officials announced on Monday. The incident occurred October 27th aboard American Airlines flight, blah, 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 headed to John Wayne Airport in Santa Ana, horrible airport. Authorities did not release details of the incident, but 20-year-old Brian faces charges. Oh, come on, Brian. Damn. Faces charges of interference with a flight crew and assault within the special aircraft jurisdiction of the United States, according to the Department of Justice. The female flight attendant was apparently punched in the face repeatedly and suffered a broken nose. Wow. The incident, per witnesses, began when the passenger became upset over having to wear facial covering during the flight. Oh, God. But American Airlines later said they had no information suggesting the incident was mask compliance related. Passengers said Brian had to be duct taped to his seat, Kev, after the attack. After the flight landed in Colorado, he was removed and apprehended. All right. That's enough reading for me.
Oh, man.
You tuned in to Rap 6 Radio to hear Trek read the news. Go ahead.
Exactly. Yeah. Have you ever encountered a situation like this on a flight you've been on?
Okay, so obviously not mask related because I haven't flown since.
Right.
Now, by situation you mean where people have actually started fighting, or
where it could have popped off. It was on a knife's edge.
on a flight from on a JetBlue flight from New York to Long Beach.
Yeah, we should specify any non-Spirit flight.
Non-Spirit or Southwest, right?
Spirit, you're there for the flights. Let's face it.
They have like a little ring
yeah.
in the middle.
It's just a flying octagon. Terribly inefficient for wind drag.
I had two dudes front left of me. They was getting ready to get into it. They was getting ready to come to blows. But I think they were drunk. I don't think it had any. I mean, I don't know what started the altercation, but they seemed like they were lit. Pretty much one of them, at least as soon as he got on the plane, and the other might have been a little tired of it. But cooler heads prevailed, so I had nothing really popped off. And I was young, so I wanted to see it. Like I was in my 20s, so I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. Get these hands. You know what I'm saying? How far is this going to go? What do they do? Did we stop the flight? Did we get to jump in? Like, how does this happen? Outside of that, the only other thing I will say, and this is not flight related, this is not this is Atlanta related, and I'm sure it doesn't represent the whole of Atlanta, but it is my experience going to whatever that musical event, see whatever that happened in Atlanta, right?
That was good. That was a good attempt coming up in the name of
see whatever. Yeah, CMJ. See, not CMJ. Nah, that's New York. Whatever. One of those.
AT&T.
It's adorable. Mellow Music like booked me on a flight that landed in Jesus' house, and I had to walk all the way to the other side of it. I had nowhere to stay. It was crazy, right? And I think Odyssey was part of it too. Like, yeah, Trey could sleep in this sewer right here. So anyway, yeah. Not to mention, I actually had to sleep. Like, wait for the train to take me to the airport. So I stayed at the train station, which is not really a train station, right? In Atlanta, like from 12 to 5. So I just really did not really have anywhere to sleep. It was like, it was crazy. That was the second one. They did me bad on South by Southwest too. Damn you, Mellow Music. Anyway, story that I was getting to, Kev, was got on a bus in Atlanta, right?
Okay.
Two dudes in the back start chunking them. Just start scrapping. And it's a scrap. It ain't like a slap boxy thing. These dudes just throwing heavy-handed blows. I'm like, whoo, people in Atlanta hit hard. Like, I don't know if this, again, represents all of Atlanta, but they was hitting the hell out of each other, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember in the most motherly fashion, the bus driver pulled over and said, get off my damn bus with all that fighting. What y'all do? It was like, I'm not doing the accent properly justice, but just picture a deep Southern Atlanta accent. And them fools stopped what they was doing got off the bus and started scrapping right there at the bus stop. And I was like,
that's you know what that is? Manners, Trek. It's a little, that's a little bit of home training. That's what that is.
That was one of the craziest things I had ever seen in my life. I've never seen in LA the bus driver has zero authority in Los Angeles. Period. There's nothing. Bus driver might have to give up the wheel of the bus in LA, really, at the end of the day, unless the bus driver themselves can fight. So anyway, not to change the subject entirely, but that was the first thing that came to mind was like, damn, what if it was like Atlanta where it's these two polite people fighting and then they stop. But yeah, outside of that, Kev, I've never had that situation. Have you come across anything like this on a flight?
No, I definitely had rude people. And then, the thing is that I know I've been very aggravated on flights for whatever reason, right? And it's never gotten to the point where anyone was gonna need to duct tape me to the seat. I mean, geez, man. Let me tell you something, by the way. This story, the first one I came up with was the second one you read. The guy, Brian Sue, the guy from Irvine. Mm-hmm. So I saw it, but then I saw it was an Asian dude. So I said, let me find another story.
I tried.
So let me find another story to put before
So then you find a black dude. Because Clayton is clearly a black dude.
Yeah, this is
Curtis
like...
Clayton. Wait. Hold on. This subject has changed quite a bit. In fact, intensely.
I want a movie starring Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan.
So I tried not to say Brian's last name because I didn't want to implicate my Asian friends. But now that we're here, Brian Sue and the Asian Man was Kev's first article he found on this. Yeah. So they decided to double back and get a Southern black male involved in this as well.
And the dude who got hit, German, who put the pumpkin in the seat back pocket or whatever to get himself in trouble. He's a big guy. If you watch the video,
was he real?
And he bloodied his nose up a little bit, man.
Him up, huh?
So hey, everything turned out okay, I guess. But Brian looked like he weighs about $102, soaked to the bone, and he came walking off that plane like he just won the title belt.
Did he really?
They show him. Yeah, I think there might be some deeper psychological issues going on with O'Brien.
Right. Well, he lives in Irvine.
Yeah, he's a very skinny guy though, so I don't know if he felt very proud of himself or whatever. They couldn't take in more than roughly 1/8 of a roll of duct tape to hem him up in that seat though, because he's a very skinny person.
It might have been Brian's first win. At the end of the day, this might have been his first winning fight.
Yeah.
Listen, Irvine doesn't have trees or happiness, so I understand why Brian might be this way. But it's like the most expensive place directly under the sun that you would find, right? Like, I'm like, do you guys have shade? We pay all this money and there's no shade in Irvine.
Irvine is just it's an on-ramp, an off-ramp, and an on-ramp. Irvine is just a place you go through when you're trying to get wherever you need to be.
It's somewhere with a place called a Spectrum that is highly named for a lowly event or lowly place. Shout out to DJ Buddy. I'm doing a little bit of dubs on it because I know DJ Buddy listens to the show and he either stayed in or is currently staying in Irvine. I want to make sure I throw enough shade so that Buddy feels comfortable and knows that we appreciate him listening. With that being said, my few nights staying in Irvine, work related, would let me know that Brian, might be trying to punch his way out of Irvine.
Wait a minute, you had a work trip to Irvine?
I did. Long.
Really? They're really
doing telecom.
Oh, I see. I thought you meant for your current job. They sent you on a whirlwind retreat to Irvine. No, by the way, I say that UCI is sort of like international waters for Irvine. I don't think UCI really counts.
No, UCI is dope. I'm 45 now.
That's how we stay out of trouble with
it was.
That's how we stay out of trouble with Cheap Shot and wasn't Aloe on the station there too at some point?
I don't know, but Big R, right?
Okay.
Big R, Raul. And then, they had the Hip Hop Congress. Their Hip Hop Congress was,
okay,
good, as well as Cal Poly's. So yeah.
And I saw one of the best George Clinton P-Funk shows I've ever seen at Brennan.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Irvine was dope. I mean, my sister-in-law went to Irvine. But really, we don't stay out of any trouble with anyone as far as Irvine goes, except for an Asian community, because that's pretty much 95% of UC Irvine.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like 2 black dudes.
Don't catch yourself being homeless in Irvine, because you're not going to be in Irvine very long.
No. You're going to land in Anaheim.
You're going to get kicked into Costa Mesa real quick.
Real fast. To roll you into the ocean, basically. So
yeah, what do you think? What is going on? Because are people blaming this on COVID? Are they sad because they are stuck at home? What happened with the movies? All these post 9/11 movies where there was 13 air marshals on every flight. So whenever you got on a flight, you were looking around to see who could possibly be strapped. Like you were gonna light up a joint in front of the air marshal or whatever.
Right. Well, I guess this does prove that air marshals might not really be a thing, and that we might have made that up.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
yeah. Sky Marshal or whatever.
Yeah, they're only useful for getting the stereotypically looking terrorist, keeping him from completing his mission, right? Meanwhile, these flight attendants are like MacGyvering these idiots to their seats using actual duct tape.
People. I think I have a reason, and I've thought about it when I saw this topic title, and so the only people flying, or main or large percentage of people flying during COVID, had to be just a little crazy.
Thrill seekers, huh?
Yeah, it just had to be a little. A little daredevil-y, because here's this pandemic that's killing close to 2% of the population. You don't know how it's going to affect you, how the virus is going to affect you at all. You can assume that everything will work out fine, which, depending upon your age and whatever health, you probably would be okay. But you don't know. You honestly don't know, and you don't have enough information. And here you are like, oh, my God, flights to Atlanta are $14. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to do it. Even though at particular times, like nothing's open or whatever, or very few things are open, I'm going, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or I don't know why people were flying into California during the pandemic. You couldn't do nothing. Disneyland was closed. Magic Mountain was closed. Knott's Berry Farm was pointless to begin with and also closed. I'm on fire tonight, Orange County. I'm on fire tonight. Let's go.
Firing shots at Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah, let's go.
Unexpected.
Unexpected shots.
Incoming. Oh my goodness.
Ready. I came here ready for war.
So these people are like you in Orange County. They're just looking to turn a perfectly innocuous and tame situation, just try and throw a dash of razzle dazzle in there for no reason.
For no reason. These people are living behind the back passes. They're the personification of the pointless behind the back pass. So you are the human open court behind the back pass. That's the people on these flights. That's what Brian Sue is.
Oh man.
Oh man. Yeah, it's valueless attempts at thrill seeking. So I think that it has something to do with the type of person that is willing to fly in a pandemic, right? And slowly but surely, we're starting to mix these people with normal people.
Yep.
Right. As time goes on, you get a German and a Curtis, right? A German guy walks onto a plane. I don't know. And these, thanks, Kev. Thanks for the courtesy sort of laugh.
You didn't commit to it early enough.
I didn't. I should have bought all the way in.
Named German. Your behind the back pass got bobbled.
So I think we're starting to mix with normal people, and now you're going to get like more passenger to passenger fights because Brian's on the plane, and it's just going to be. I think it's weird. I think it's the type of person willing to fly in a pandemic.
Yeah, you're probably
at least a large percentage of them, or fair percentage of them, right?
Yeah,
because who does that? Who says like, "Yo, it's a mass virus going around the entire world.
Yeah,
now is the time to take advantage of cheap flights." Like, whoa,
and let's get to wrestling.
Right?
In a confined space.
In a confined space. Yeah. Oh man, keep that pilot door locked, folks. Make sure that thing is locked and everybody on that plane is safe. Because some folks is out their mind.
If you were the pilot,
that's my theory though.
If you were the pilot, would you ever just if you were driving and you had some homies in the car that were acting up a little too much and just kind of shimmy the steering wheel a little bit? Just
not at all.
Just let everyone know who's boss. What if the pilot did that? Just a little. Don't make me come back there.
Straight barrel roll.
He gives the flight attendants the code, the safe word. They strap in, and he just
it's a straight spin.
He just goes straight up, just 0G for a good 5-10 seconds until everyone chills out.
I would love like a parabolic arc for like 5 minutes of just vomiting and fear. I want to see Brian get off that plane.
And urine everywhere.
Everywhere, which is an excellent segue, oddly enough, to our next topic, which is titled by Kev, Ludicrous Peed, number 2. So we have actually approached the subject of bathrooms on SpaceX flights before on this show. Yeah. So if you've never listened to Rap 6 Radio, the fact that this is the second time we've spoken of toilets on SpaceX should tell you that this is the best show that you will ever listen to.
Well, we are the
podcast ever.
We are the Neil deGrasse Tysons of podcasting.
More like the Smoke deGrasse Tyson. But so, listen, the reason for this topic title is leaky SpaceX toilet problem will force astronauts to use backup undergarments. Oh, my God, dude. Good grief. Source for this is CNN.com. The players involved are SpaceX, the interstellar New York subway, as Kev has titled it, which is incredibly accurate. Bathrooms don't work. People peeing on themselves. Rich people mixed in with lottery winners. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, issues with the toilet on board SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule will leave a group of 4 astronauts without a bathroom option during their hours-long trip back home from the International Space Station aboard a 13-foot wide capsule this month. Instead, the crew will have to rely on undergarments. So SpaceX first discovered an issue with the spacecraft's toilet last month while inspecting a different Crew Dragon capsule. The company found that a tube used to funnel urine into a storage tank became unglued and was causing a leaky mess hidden under the capsule's floor. It's a saga that, at this point, has affected all 3 spacecraft the company operates. Jared Isaacman, the commander and financier of the Inspiration 4 mission, as it was called, told CNN Business last month that an alarm went off during the mission, alerting the crew to a problem with the toilet's fan. He said he and his fellow passengers had to work with SpaceX controllers on the ground to troubleshoot. The issue did not cause any serious problems for the Inspiration 4 crew. I beg to differ, nor were there any instances of bodily fluids getting loose inside the capsule. But after the Inspiration 4's crew returned to Earth, SpaceX disassembled the spacecraft to further inspect what might have gone wrong. There's a storage tank, Kev, where the urine goes to be stored. Okay, that's what a storage tank is called. There's a tube that came disconnected or came unglued. All right, what kind of glue are we using here? That allowed urine essentially to not go into the storage tank. We're doing great. We're doing great here. But essentially go into the fan system. This is where we go off the rails. Urine in the fan. All right. So the situation highlights how spacecraft that have conducted all the necessary test flights, been vetted and approved, and even complete full missions can still prove to have design risk. All right. I'm done. That's a lot. There's a lot more to read, but
it's a lot of design risk.
Yeah.
Turn the spaceship into one big Gatorade bottle. Bezos should name his next flight Yellow Origin, just to troll, just to troll Elon.
Dude, right? Okay. I'm not super comfortable on a whole spaceship where the toilet don't work. I got to figure out if the toilet ain't working, I feel like maybe I don't feel entirely safe.
Yeah.
I might be like, yeah, y'all got to fix.
Why do they say backup undergarments? That's the plan. It's not the backup anymore.
Let's rely on undergarments.
Yeah, that's your first line of defense.
What do we do here? What's going on? Pee on yourself, fam. I'm sorry. Yeah, you got pee on yourself. Wait, we have to do what? Yes. Mm-hmm. Did you bring some extra clothes? No, you gave us the suits. We gave you 3. Suit 1 is now your pee suit. That's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple hours. Pee in suit 1, change back into suit 2.
Yeah. Did you see they said, and they had the nerve to say, let me read this. Something about the materials on the plane, on the ship.
Excuse me.
All I know is that they said that they ran a test.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can find it.
Coating some pieces of metal in urine.
Wait, what?
To see if there was going to be any kind of degradation of the integrity of the material, I guess. What do you think the intern who came in and was told that they had to do the coated some pieces of metal in urine experiment, how their day quickly took a turn for the worse?
Brian Sue from UC Irvine has been invited in as an intern to coat SpaceX pieces of metal with urine.
Can you imagine? Because that whole thing was that he couldn't use the bathroom. That's why he punched that lady.
Oh, was that the reason?
Yeah.
Or are you just making that up right now?
No, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Something having to do with the bathroom, or they needed him to sit down or whatever. Man, he'd have been throwing joints all over that SpaceX.
Yeah, he was scrapping the space, and they would have died. Brian would have killed everyone. I'm gonna say this. Going back to the Brian situation, just as a note. Look, I ain't trying to claim to be no tough guy and none of that. But how many men were on that plane? Because Brian beat that woman. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you got to unhook your seatbelt, fam, and toss Brian from one end of that airplane to the next until he figures out that he can't just be punching flight attendants on flight. Like, I'm not saying you got, you know what I mean? Like, how many dudes were on that plane? Like, get up and put Brian in a chokehold and end it. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can't just let him beat the flight attendant up. Come on, fam. Like, what y'all doing?
Hold him in place while he gets duct taped.
Yeah. Hold him down. Nice little force choke with the forearm. You got Brian down. He was 106 pounds. You're good. You know what I mean? I get it. If he hop up and he's like a straight NFL linebacker, you know, it's a rough
someone's going to hold an L.
Yeah, it's like, that's like a hard punch, huh? Yeah, it's rough. Ooh. You know, but I mean, you know, you unfasten your seatbelt, you just do it a little slow. You don't do the rapid hustle like you're trying to be the first person off the plane. When you know, you do the casual, maybe it'll figure itself out. Unhook of the seatbelt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just be ready.
With Brian, I've seen a lot of men on flights. Y'all too damn big to be letting Brian, you know, beat up a flight attendant, fam. Y'all got to do better than that. You know what I mean? Have us on the plane in sweatpants anyway. We already ready. We already ready for the situation. We ready for several Brians. Curtis and German, they handling it themselves. You good there. But you can't just let Brian beat up no flight attendant. I'm just saying. we got to deal with this. I have to get that one off my chest. Like all y'all tripping on that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Come on, you're better than that.
Yeah, you guys are all better than that.
Oh man, they had urine in the walls, Trek. That's a bad flight. I'm going to want to speak to the manager after that flight. Urine in the wall. You think R. Kelly learned how to read in jail just to be able to read this article over and over again?
Oh, urine in the walls, man.
That's his comeback album title.
Urine in the walls.
This is so misspelled.
So horrible. That thing is $1 billion, fam.
You're in the walls.
Stop. You gotta stop. Nah, man, that thing cost millions of dollars and the toilet's broke. Like it's just it don't make no sense. Plastic pieces is falling off because the glue ain't holding it. I'm like,
it's a luxury apartment complex in the sky.
Like, what in the iPhone 4 is going on here? Y'all didn't figure this out?
Yeah.
Am I holding it wrong? Is that what's
I don't care if the bidet has autopilot.
I'm done.
By the way, that's not a bidet. That's not supposed to work like that.
It's not. It's not supposed to shoot urine back at you. It's definitely not how that works. Yo, next topic, Kevin.
Yeah.
You titled this one, Messing with Mimi's Money. Now, I want to note that I do not.
I think you're about to answer my first and only question to you about this. Go ahead.
I strongly dislike this song. Strongly dislike this song.
What song?
Right? But I am also in strong agreement with the bar, which we're going to speak of. So a sign at a bar jukebox issues rules on playing All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. And Mariah Carey responds. Source for this is Fox8.com. Players involved are unnamed Dallas bar, Mariah Carey, and the war on Christmas. All right, listen. All of y'all are going to agree with me here. We have a lot of old head energy on this show. Mm-hmm. You're going to agree with this bar as I do. A tweet showing a photo of a sign with rules on when Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You can play at an unnamed Dallas bar is going viral. Okay. So a Twitter user tweeted a photo on October 22nd. Note the date with the caption, Dallas Jukebox. And here's what it says. It says, Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You will be skipped if played before December 1st. After December 1st, the song is allowed one time a night. Gotcha. That's a little extra. But one time a night. All right. So the tweet has already gotten over 8,000 interactions, which, is like 5 million in Twitter world. And Mariah Carey herself responded on October 28th after the original tweet was retweeted by another Twitter user. In a photo she tweeted, she's dressed as though she is going to battle. So she's ready to fight so that you can play All I Want for Christmas Is You before December 1st.
Word.
Kev, I'm gonna let you take this one because I actually have some thoughts on this, and I don't want to overtake this. So I'm gonna let you take this.
Nothing. I'm glad she was a good sport. That song sucks. This is a time of year when every DJ has to steel themselves and mentally prepare for the girl who's going to come in at 2 a.m. like she just had the best idea for what song you should play in the history of requests. And it's always this song.
Listen, we're not doing this year. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm at Target or whatever store. I'm going straight to the manager. I'm not doing it.
You're just going to
Christmas songs.
You're just going to Brian Sue him?
I'm doing, yeah, it's Brian Sue time. You know what I mean? I'm not going to punch nobody, but,
right.
I'm
Sue!
Wu-Tang, right? Yeah, no, we as a people, Kev,
humans,
we as a people need to rise up against Christmas before Thanksgiving. We have to rise up, man. Like it's gone too damn far, right? Christmas decorations are going up right now as we speak. Someone is putting their I'm against.
This is the war. This is the war on Christmas.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to fight.
Let's
roll. Ready for battle, and so am I. Yeah, we got to stop this. As a society, we need to stop this. Like, look, I understand all of the implications behind Thanksgiving and its issues that we have, whatever. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I'm just using it as a date in time, a moment in time. I'm just talking Thanksgiving weekend or whatever. We got to stop doing Christmas before Thanksgiving. Matter of fact, some of you are doing Christmas before Halloween, and it's ridiculous. I'm so sick of you that the only thing I'm more sick of is this damn song. Like, December's the worst month on every radio station. Like, because like every 5 minutes this song comes on, and all I find myself doing, Kev, and audience, when this song comes on and people are, super excited, all I find myself doing is going, Donny Hathaway's This Christmas is the greatest Christmas song of all time, and you guys never play it.
You're that guy.
I hate you. I hate all of you. Every single one of you.
Also,
at the camera, all of you.
Again, as a DJ, all I want for Christmas is about 562 beats per minute. So if you're in, you are in for a penny, you are in for a pound. That song is getting played from start to end, and you're going to go drink an entire bottle of whatever brown liquor is nearest to the DJ booth, because you cannot do anything around that record. You can't make it sound cool. You can't blend it with anything that's cooler or more pleasant to the ear. You can't do a mashup with her other records that maybe are good. You can't do anything. You just got to play the record. You got to go and
and hate yourself entire time.
Hate yourself.
I hate it. Oh God, I used to have to MC, and during the holiday season. And can you play Mariah? No. You shouldn't either.
You just shut it down.
I just
You gotta be a good sport about it. That's like, okay, first of all, how much money did this Dallas bar spend on this high-tech, state-of-the-art jukebox technology that can only play a record after a certain time of day and then only play it once in a 24-hour period?
You put your money in, however you put your money in, you lose.
That's big.
And
that's like slot machine technology. That's Vegas level.
They say that they're having trouble finding people to work. But I will.
You'll be the guy who kicks everyone out.
that skips that song. I will stand right by the jukebox. Go ahead, put your money in. Oh, word? Press play.
Unplug.
Yeah. Do it again.
I dare you.
We're just going to do this all night.
I dare you.
Skip. I'm skipping it.
Say it again. Say it again.
Yeah, go ahead. All you want for what? Now what?
Man, I remember when the what was that godforsaken Justin Bieber record came out? That was with Sorry and all that stuff on it.
Oh yeah.
I got it. Whatever, I get it. But every 5 minutes, someone. And I finally. That's all you can do. I put up the sign, and it said, "I said sorry, we are all out of Bieber."
Now that should have gone viral. Look, so many at Snapback when this was requested, and you were, right? Mm-hmm. I'm the MC, so everybody walks up to me and requests. I'm like we're like blocking people from talking to the DJ. Right. And the best thing about being an MC for nightclubs, which I'm likely going to retire from by the end of this year, by the way, is you come to me, you request your song, I say no, and then you go around me to the DJ like it's a mother-father thing, right? Mm-hmm. Like, okay, we're in tandem here. I'm not like some dude that standing up here, I'm actually we're part of me. Oh, listen, can you play All I Want for Christmas Is You? Okay, Susan, do you really think that that's the best song after Put It in Your Mouth, though? It just doesn't seem like, I mean, I guess they correlate, but they don't, though, right? Like, it's not the same. We just played Straight Outta Compton. It just doesn't seem like this is meshing. You know what I mean? Right? Like, how does that work? You know what I mean?
All I want right now is an Akinelli cover of All I Want for Christmas. I cannot focus on anything else.
It's just crazy. It's like, follow the vibe. Sandra,
follow the vibe. Old Dirty never do a cover of this song.
He should have done a cover of this song.
We need an album of unlikely candidates for covers of this song.
What we should have gotten, rest in peace, ODB, was an ODB Christmas record, right?
Oh yeah.
We should have got a whole ODB Christmas record. That would have been the best.
But not just Christmas, an entire, have him singing Hava Nagila and 8 Days of Hanukkah and Dreidel Dreidel and every Christmas song and whatever hot Kwanzaa joints are out there and little Festivus.
Hot Kwanzaa joints for Festivus. No, I'm all against this song in general. I'm all against
Festivus rap.
Thanksgiving. Yeah, I'm against it. And we don't play this Christmas, right? We don't play the Temptations, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I mean, a song where the blackest thing happens in the middle of the song, right? Hey, Rudolph! Like that's my dad yelling across the yard, the back fence. To his homeboy. That's how they called Rudolph in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Hey, Rudolph! Like, it's a moment. And we don't listen to that song. So, no, we cannot listen to Mariah Carey no more. We done. We done.
If it's not the Treacherous Three, if it's not Clarence Carter, little backdoor Santa.
Wait, the greatest Christmas song of all time. Agreed with that. All right, man. Yo, Kev, you ready? Let's get into these Sakoda ones, man.
Oh, man. These are terrible.
These are terrible, but they're hilarious. They're hilariously terrible. All right, if you guys are unfamiliar with the Sakoda ones, they are called the Sakoda ones. What I do is I give Kev, a couple of just random headlines, and Kev responds with either a one-liner or, some Kev Sakoda cleverness. So let's get into the first one.
I'm so excited about this right now.
This first one? Kev, study finds that crocodiles can climb trees.
Damn, nature.
And a separate study finds that Kevin can stay in his damn house.
Right? Wait, I'm sorry.
Guess we're not going to Epcot this summer.
Right? For what? God? Why that?
Yeah.
Is my question. Like, okay,
yeah.
Wait a minute.
Who's chasing them?
Right? That's like their whole existence is to kill things. It's not even like they do anything, They're saying, well, there's crocodiles are part of the ecosystem. And no, they're not. They're just
they got left behind. They missed the bus.
Right.
The Big Bang hit and they slept in. That's what happened.
These fools woke up after the Big Bang like, damn, where everybody go? And now they still here. Matter of fact, that'll be the next thing. If I ever see a crocodile, whether it's going to be in the zoo, it's never going to be anywhere else.
It's like the end of Ferris Bueller's in the credits. You're still here? Go home.
Right? Yeah, that would be my thing. Right? The zoo person is giving you a prehistoric explanation of crocodiles, and I'm the guy in the back like, y'all supposed to be dead.
Go home.
Quit already. Quit eating things.
You suck.
It's like climbing. These are the things that crocodiles can do, aside from killing, right? They can jump out of the water using their tails.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. Like, and I'm not talking like a nice little hop. I'm talking like 4 to 5 feet out of the water. Right? And now these fools can climb as well. For what? Just to kill me is really
showing off. Showing off.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah. They're just profiling.
This is the most trash thing I've ever read in the animal kingdom. Like, this pissed me. I was upset when I scrolled past it. This pissed me off. Like, but why? Why? This don't make no damn sense. Y'all got to not be able to do something, right? Next thing you know, they're going to be like, you know what I'm saying? Crocodiles learn how to use Twitter to respond to Trek. Like,
the Michael Jordan of trash animals.
Right? Agreed. Now that
they climb up trees to eat goats.
I'm safe. I got away. I'm in this tree.
Who's the goat now?
Did you get away? Oh, you got away. All right, Kev. The next one is the one that I don't know if I can read this without. All right, here we go. In quotes, sexy Bernie Sanders outfit could be the scariest costume this Halloween.
No longer should sexy be limited to the top 1%.
I'm out. Oh, sent it to a show walk-off. Okay, thank y'all for tuning into this show. I'm not doing anything else after a Bernie Sanders impression rendering that sexy should only be, it should no longer be beholden to the top 1%. All right. That was the Sakoda ones. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Rap Sucks Radio. I'm your homeboy Trek Life, and that dude, I don't even know which way to point. That dude over there is Kev Sakoda, your fam Kev Sakoda.
Bringing sexy back.
Yo, if you'd like to catch past episodes in this show, you can go to rapsucksradio.com or any of your favorite podcasting platforms. You can catch us on TV on BTS and Behind the Scenes Network. Download the app or channel on your Roku or any of your Amazon Fire devices. Click on that app or channel, and we are right there with plenty of other dope content. BTS and Behind the Scenes Network, we want in. And that will be it for us, y'all. On the count of 3, we say peace. 1, 2, 3. Peace. We out, y'all.
See ya.